Jessica Shaw. Welcome to the Bio Clean Unfiltered podcast.
Thank you.
I'm really happy you're here. I know we've been talking about you coming here for so long, and you took the time today to come out, and I'm really happy. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
I wanted to talk about first, to start this off, about who you are, what you do. I want to read off what you sent me because I think it's really important for people who are listening of what you do and what Sherwood Communities is, what you guys do. And so we're going to talk about that. But anyway, so anyone that's listening, Jessica Shaw is a relationship-driven fundraiser, absolutely relationship-driven fundraiser, and proud Marysville native who brings creativity, heart, and a whole lot of community spirit to her work at Sherwood. I'm going to go to this with nearly 30 years of, we're not aging you, by the way, at all. Yeah. It's just great. You have 30 years of experience in marketing, design, and communications. Jessica believes fundraising is all about connection, inviting the community to be a part of something bigger. She thrives on collaboration, community engagement, and finding fresh ways to reinvigorate supporters and grow mission-driven partnerships, which is so true. Very true. You have a ton of supporters. Thank you. A lifelong Marysville resident, Jessica serves on the board of the Greater Marysville Tulalip Chamber of Commerce and chairs their nonprofit coalition. And outside of work, she enjoys traveling with her husband, Eric, cheering on the Seahawks, spending time with family and friends, and relaxing with a good book or movie and a cup of coffee or wine alongside their two cats. We're very similar, okay? Yeah. Absolutely.
Cheers.
With the wine, definitely. But also, you are the Director of Development and Partnership since 2022, but you started as a marketing specialist. Is that right? Okay. So, So tell us a little bit more about what you do, who you are.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I started with Sherwood in 2018 and I was hired on as their marketing specialist. So they didn't have a dedicated marketing specialist at the time. A family member knew about the position, so referred me to that, and they hired me on, and I was really able to sort of grow engagement, awareness, grow their social media presence. And then I was their marketing specialist for 4.5 years. And then the director position came available. And I thought, let's go for
Let's just do it.
Let's go for it. I knew that I had the support of the rest of the team, our CEO, the rest of the director's team, and our board. And so I knew that even though it was going to be a new, challenging venture for me, I really had the support to dive into that.
That's important. That's amazing.
It's been great.
Okay, so tell us, what is Sherwood Communities? What is that?
Yeah. So our mission is to provide innovative, inclusive services to children and adults with disabilities in their communities. So we do that through 2 primary programs. We have an early supports program. We're working with infants and toddlers birth to 3, either with a diagnosed disability or maybe they're just not meeting their developmental milestones. So speech therapy, occupational therapy, feeding therapy, motor therapy, physical therapy. We're working with a lot of infants that are coming out of the NICU. We get referrals from pediatricians, but then also we don't require that. So if a parent or a caregiver is concerned about their child's development, maybe they're not talking yet or they're not walking yet, they can self-refer and call and say, I'd love to have my child evaluated, and we can do that and either get them enrolled in services or give them the peace of mind that, nope, your child's on track.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So
yeah, talking about that a little bit, because when you were saying that, and I just came to mind, so sorry if I'm interrupting.
Yeah,
no
problem.
So for someone that has disabilities, I mean, is that a referral to Sherwood, or is it like, can I just call you at Sherwood? I really need help. Talk about that a little bit more.
Okay. Either way. A lot of times we'll get the family will get a referral from their pediatrician or the hospital. Maybe their child was in the NICU for a little bit of time, and then they will get a referral if they need some additional supports after they get released. Then that would be a referral avenue to come into Sherwood's Early Supports Program. We recently started some specific autism support. So we have an autism resources navigator on staff that is helping those families with a suspected autism diagnosis to help expedite that. We don't diagnose autism, but we can treat as if a child has that diagnosis and try to help expedite that. Because
is this new?
In the last probably year and a half.
Oh, wow. That is new.
We got some funding for that to be able to support the expansion into that and to hire somebody into that position.
Wow.
And then we also offer Cherish services. So we have Cherish certified staff that we're working with infants and toddlers that are a part of the child welfare system. So we're working with caregivers or foster parents, the court systems, guardian ad litems. So we're kind of working with those supports that the family has, and also to make sure that we're pairing that trauma-informed early intervention services at the same time.
So that's like case managers knowing who you are, Sherwood, and referring their clients out that they need these services that are in the welfare system. So is that kind
it's
of how
kind
it
of a
goes?
combination.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a combination. Maybe we have a child, like a foster parent that is caring for a child that's come out of the NICU. For whatever reason, the biological parents aren't involved at that particular moment. So we're working with the foster parents to make sure that those kiddos are getting the services and supports that they need. And then also working with those case managers at the same time. So it's really some partnership and wraparound services for those kiddos, making sure that they get the supports that they need.
So I'm so interested in this autism, what you have, the help for that, because there's a lot of diagnosis with that, I feel like, ongoing with children. So when you say you don't diagnose it, but you treat it as if they have it, is that something like a parent would say, I think my child has, or is it a school counselor, or is it
it
could be anyone?
It could be anyone.
Really?
Yep,
okay.
It could be anyone.
And Sherwood will take anyone in and really help and treat them as if they have it, and anything available for them to
There is evaluation thresholds, obviously, that they need to qualify for services. But it's going to be up to the therapist to determine what the best supports and services that they need for that child. So, again, we don't have anybody on staff that can do that actual clinical diagnosis.
Sure.
But we can support, with speech therapy. We can utilize iPads as a communication tool. And every case is really individualized. So it's not a one size fits all. So we are really providing individualized supports to not only the child, but their family too. We have family resources coordinators. So we're providing supports to the families as well. So all of our services are provided, all of our early support services are provided in the home. So our therapists are traveling
They're not
all
going
over.
into your building. In the home.
It's not a clinical setting. We are going into the home. We're using tools that are in the home. So when our therapist walks out the door, the parents, the caregivers, the siblings, they have the tools that they need to make sure that those therapy exercises can continue when we're not in the home.
Sure, yeah.
So we call it a parent coaching model. So we're teaching the parents, we're empowering the parents to support their child in the best way possible with the tools that they need to succeed.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy you're here, because I think it's really important. We work with people with disabilities as well at at what we do. But I think it's really important for people, anyone listening, that there are resources like yours out there. It's just take someone like you to talk about it, and for us to have you on here and talk about it.
Yeah.
But how for you, what drew you personally to this mission? I'm just really curious, because it really takes a selfless person to be in this service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to come back for just a second and just talk about our other program.
Yeah.
So we have a Career and Community Connections program where we're supporting adults with disabilities in finding employment and getting integrated into their communities. You told me about that. Yes. So at 3 years old, the school district takes over. Okay. So kids age out at 3. Either they've met those developmental milestones and they no longer need any kind of special education supports. If they do, then we will work with them to get them connected with like a developmental preschool or continue those supports if they need them. And then we will start working with upcoming high school graduates or adults with intellectual or developmental disabilities, maybe in like a school to work program or a transition program, and then support them. We do goal planning, skills assessment, job coaching.
So they can live independently?
Yep. The goal is to build, every individual has different goals. So again, it comes down to those individualized supports. We're going to help with building a resume. We do video resumes, job searching, help with the interview process, interview preparation, and then once somebody's hired, then we have employment specialists that are going to help with those on-the-job supports. Nice. So, really to build that confidence and independence.
Have you guys worked with individuals since they were little to graduate?
Some. We do have some that went through our early supports system that come back and are now in our
that
CCC
sounds like something
program.
You have for them to develop all through their life, as children to adults. That's amazing.
And the early supports process is really kind of a launching pad for that success as they get older. It's critical. Those first 3 to 5 years of brain development are critical. So we always suggest, like, if a parent is concerned about their child's development, call. Call. It's either you're getting a jump start on the supports that they need, or you're getting the peace of mind. So there's no harm in calling. So don't be afraid to call.
Don't be afraid to call. I mean, because as parents, we do worry, especially at that age. And sometimes it's like, well, what I need to go schedule a call with my primary, and then maybe they can help me. But it's really nice to know that there is a support system like yours out there that they can just call and see. Maybe you can help me, or else guide me where I can get some help. That's great. And we don't know that enough. We really don't. So back to that too. I'm sorry. I know I jumped the gun on that.
It's okay.
But actually, no, I want to ask you too, like, what is your most favorite, like the program that you guys are thriving in right now at Sherwood? What is the one that people are there and like, they are the most needed, I would say, probably?
Honestly, I don't think I'd be able to choose just one.
Okay.
Because I think it's all really critical. In every aspect of the work that we're doing. So, our therapists, so we are serving, last year in our last fiscal year, we served almost 1,300 children and adults in 1 year. So we're seeing an average of about 400 infants and toddlers a month. And then we're serving in North Snohomish County, and we're going out to rural areas like
County,
Darrington and Sultan and Gold Bar, Index, Camino Island. And then our CCC program, we serve a little over 300 adults, and we're in 4 counties. We're in Snohomish, Skagit, Island, and San Juan counties. We're the only provider in San Juan County.
Wow. That's amazing. You're busy.
Yes. And we have almost 100 staff.
Gosh. Yeah. I never had thought that. I'm glad you said that, because that was going to be my, like, how much do you do? And that's a lot. That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so fulfilling. I mean, wow. Is there, I know I'm going to go back to that question I asked earlier. I'm sorry,
okay.
but I have so many more questions now. Is there lack of staffing right now? Are you feeling that?
We're feeling a little bit of capacity, capacity squeeze. We are looking for some employment specialists.
Okay.
Those are the individuals that are supporting the adults and finding jobs and getting integrated into their community. We have some individuals on a wait list, so we're trying to hire staff to make sure that we can get those individuals off of a wait list. And then I think we're looking for some occupational therapists at the moment.
Yeah, those are hard to get. Yeah.
So,
wow. So we'll talk about that employment too a little bit, so you can let people know how they can apply. So anyway, I mean, what, as fulfilling as it is for you individually, what really did personally draw you to this mission that Sherwood has? Because like I said, it's very selfless. It can be stressful too, because you want to help everybody and sometimes you just can't. So for you personally, I mean, what drew you to this?
Like I mentioned earlier, it was a family member that told me about the open position. I've been a graphic designer for, like I said, close to 30 years. We're not aging myself, but we kind of are. I knew that I always wanted to use my skills and talents as a graphic designer to make a difference. And so when I came to Sherwood, and then nonprofit was not even in my realm of thinking as I was going, through my career. I wanted to be a journalist when I graduated from high school. So I wanted to do reporting. I wanted to work for a newspaper. So I worked for several newspapers doing graphic design. I kind of switched gears and went the graphic design route. And I always wanted to be, this is funny. Do you remember Who's the Boss?
Yes.
And Angela worked at like a marketing firm. So when I was growing up, that's what I wanted to do.
Angela.
I wanted to be Angela. I wanted to work in advertising and marketing.
Yeah.
And so nonprofit was just not in my realm of thought process. And then this opportunity came up, and I thought, what a great opportunity. It was close to home. What a great opportunity to use my skills and talents to give back. And then I met the team, and I met Lance, our CEO. And if you have not had the opportunity to meet Lance and learn about his personal connection to the mission.
Was that who was talking with you at the chamber gala?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You guys, yeah. That was great.
Thank you. That's our CEO. He definitely has a personal tie to the mission. He had a son and stepson with significant disabilities. So it's really a personal mission for him. And to hear his story, you can't help but feel compelled to be a part of it. And so it's really, I don't have any personal experience with disabilities. I don't have any family members or anybody close to me with any disabilities. But again, you hear Lance's story and you see what you're a part of. And I can't imagine being anywhere else.
Yeah,
honestly.
A nonprofit like yours needs a leader like that. That's so passionate.
Absolutely.
And I heard him talk, and it just, you can feel that, and you can tell. Both of you can tell. And I think that it top down, it's resonating with probably all of you, right?
Yes.
So that's amazing. That's great. Yeah.
And as an organization, I think it's really important. Leadership, the board, Lance, really cares about each and every one of us as people and employees. Like, we're a part of this organization, but we all really care about each other as people, which really helps on that day to day when things get tough.
Yeah,
right?
I'm glad you said that. That's what I believe in leadership too, is you have to really care about your employees, care about your staff, care about each other, and not act like I'm the leader, you can't talk to me kind of deal. I'm above you all. And that's great that you're sharing that, because I think that's really important to even lead a big organization like this, you know? And so I'm glad you feel that from him. Yeah,
absolutely.
So I wanted to ask too, because this is common, I think. What is something people misunderstand about serving individuals with disabilities? What is a misunderstanding in that? Like, I may misunderstand what you do too. I don't know everything. Yeah. But what's one of those common things you kind of hear?
I think there's a lot of stigmas and biases around disabilities.
Yes.
And people, it's easy to think that an individual with a disability can't do something, when they can't work, maybe they should be institutionalized, kept out of the public eye. And so that is part of the work that we're doing too, is going out and educating the community on respectful language, disability etiquette, what it means to have an inclusive workforce, really trying to break down those stigmas and barriers associated with disabilities.
So how are you doing that? That's really interesting that you're saying this to me, because we all need a lesson in that. We really do. How are you guys doing that?
I think things like this.
Okay.
Presentations, we're a part of about 13 different chambers and rotaries throughout our service area. So we are out there all the time educating on our services, educating on what it's like to have an inclusive workforce. We try to have business breakfasts and business luncheons every year, where we're inviting businesses in. We're having some of our existing supported employers come in and talk about the benefits of being a supported employer. We're having some of our participants come in and talk about what it means to have a job. And I really think that as more businesses start to create inclusive workforces and hire individuals with disabilities, it's going to start to become more common.
Yes. Yeah. And my head's spinning right now just hearing this as an employer, because you don't learn that when you own a business. You think, no, they're a detriment to your business. Not that I personally did think that at first, but now I'm more into hiring. But that is common. I'm just going to be honest about that. And I think that my head's spinning right now of all the things I want to go to you and listen about the etiquette, how we talk, to why it's good for us to hire. Because disabilities doesn't mean you're... And I'm sorry, like, people think, oh, they can't do any, like you said, institutionalized. They can't walk. They can't. No, there's so many different kinds of disabilities. And it's, sometimes you don't even know someone's disabled. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people don't understand that. Yeah. So
we're really out there trying to break down those stigmas and barriers. And, let's not think about what somebody isn't able to do. Let's think about all of the things that they are able to do. And our employment specialists or job coaches, if you were to hire an individual, they come with a job coach initially. And our goal is to phase out. So let that individual get the confidence, get the independence, lean on those natural supports at the employer, and let our job coaches phase out.
Right.
That's the goal.
Okay.
And then also we're on hand we can go in and make sure that an employer has the proper accommodations for an individual coming in, educating the rest of the staff on that respectful language and what inclusion looks like.
We all need coaching on that. So I'm so glad you're talking about this. So an employer, anyone's listening, it's so important to get educated, to really get educated, go to a talk, a presentation, and learn about it. And the benefits as an employer to hire someone with disabilities, there's great benefits to that too. So that's coming to my next question. So what impact does early intervention and community inclusion truly make long-term?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you seeing on that?
So like I mentioned earlier, early supports and early intervention has an impact on that growth as they become adults. And so it really is that launching pad for the success in employment later on. And just to see the confidence and individuals that are so excited to hold up their first paycheck. I've seen individuals have the ability to buy their first car or rent their first apartment. You know, it's so impactful. The work is just really impactful. And I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, you know, any one of us is a medical diagnosis or an accident away from a disability.
Oh my gosh.
And so
that's an impactful statement right there.
I just think that, and at the end of the day, I think every single one of us just want to be accepted for who we are.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So allowing individuals to just thrive in their community.
And be accepted. And yeah.
So the community inclusion part and obviously the early supports, and I don't have the exact data. I would need Lance to give me the exact numbers, but there's tax savings. Like there's financial impacts. And I would say I think it's an average of about 35%. I think our average is closer to 40% of the infants and toddlers that come through our early supports program meet their developmental milestones and no longer need any special education supports.
Oh my gosh.
When they
That's
don't
a
need
huge
any
percentage.
When they don't need any additional special education supports, it's a savings.
Yes.
It's a tax savings. So I think that's not only is the benefit obviously to the child and their families to be able to say their first words or take their first steps, but there's that tax savings as well.
Yeah.
And you're preparing them for success in school.
Right.
And then as far as the community inclusion and the job supports, it's allowing individuals to have an income and become contributing members of our community who will turn around and give back to the community. And then again, it comes down to creating that picture of what inclusion looks like.
Yeah.
So breaking down those stigmas and barriers. There's so many benefits to it. We could probably spend an entire hour.
You just had the best answer to this question. I'm not kidding. You. I know that someone I'm listening to you and someone's listening to you like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like what you're saying. And it's so true. You are saying impactful statements right now too. And so this is already 20 minutes in we're done. No, I'm kidding. Okay. I want to talk about you individually.
Yeah.
Jessica. What do you do? What does a director of development and partnerships do every day? What do you do?
I think it's going to be different no matter who you talk to.
Yeah.
Cause, I've got a lot of fundraiser friends out there. So, my specific role. So I lead our community outreach, fundraising, grant writing, marketing team. We're a small but mighty team. And we are, like I said, part of 13 different chambers and rotaries. So we're out in the business community.
You guys are out everywhere. Yes.
So I'm our primary grant writer. So I'm writing grants to try to get funding. The funding for the Autism Resources Navigator was some grant funding that we received.
Wow.
I am signing off on time cards. I'm scheduling podcasts.
Marketing.
Partnering. I'm signing off on.
Can we make this clear too?
Stuff.
Sherwood Communities is a nonprofit. You solely rely on donations and on partnerships with right? Is that
we are about 85% funded through state and county contracts.
Okay.
So we've got contracts with DVR, the Department of Vocational Rehabilitation. What used to be the Developmental Disabilities Administration, which is they change. There's lots of acronyms.
I still say DDA, but
DDCS. There's lots of acronyms, and then for our early supports program, we are working with insurance companies, but funding for a lot of nonprofits is very challenging at the moment.
Yes.
So, and we're experiencing some of that.
Okay.
So when we're fundraising, we are trying to supplement that other 15%.
Okay.
So those unreimbursable costs. So mileage. Our therapists and our employment specialists are traveling all over the place, and we reimburse for mileage.
Yeah.
So, and that is a significant cost to Sherwood.
Oh, yeah.
So, not only that, but those tools, the equipment, the iPads, the gait trainers, the walkers, the shoes, the orthotics for infants and toddlers in the early supports program, hardship funding. We are not going to turn a family away or turn their child away from therapy services if they can't afford to pay a copay or a deductible. So we will fundraise to help offset some of those costs.
And there's many that can't. Yeah.
Yeah. We will raise funds for so a lot of times when we're providing supports to an individual, maybe they get a job at a manufacturing warehouse. The individual who gets hired is going to be provided with maybe some safety gear, some steel-toed boots, but our employment specialist needs to provide on-the-job supports, and so we need to be able to purchase steel-toed boots so that our employee is safe while providing job supports. So that's an additional cost that we have. And as a service provider, I think there's also a lot of stigma around covering the cost of salaries at a nonprofit. But as a service provider, that is the work that we do.
Yeah.
Our therapists are providing therapy.
It's not, honestly, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
It has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and it's good work you're doing. It's not, you know what I mean? I can't believe there would be a stigma for that, but I get it. Yeah.
But that's also part of our job is just educating on the services that we're providing and the critical need for it.
Yeah. So for you, what is your favorite part in your role? Is it like the relationship building? Is it the getting funding, grant writing? Yeah. What is for you?
I love getting funding.
Yeah. Who doesn't get getting money?
When a check comes in, I'm like, yay! The grant writing side of it it's really hard.
Yeah.
Because it's not guaranteed, and they can be a lot of work to write a grant. And so, but it comes back to that storytelling. So I'm so passionate about the storytelling aspect of it and making sure that we are effectively sharing the impact of the work that we're doing. And then also the relationship building. That's huge. Just I am a firm believer in collaboration and partnership, and our entire team feels that way. So, and I'm also a firm believer that as nonprofits, I've said this several times, there are times where it feels like nonprofits are competing. We're competing for the same dollars. And in some cases that might be true, but at the same time, we are all trying to serve our community members.
Yeah.
And so there's so much intersectionality in the work that we're all doing that there could be somebody that comes into Link Northwest, for example, the resource center in Marysville, who might benefit from early supports. And so they can refer to our early supports program. Or we might have an individual that comes in that needs to access the food bank. And so we're going to refer to the Lake Stevens Community Food Bank. And so it's really about how can we as nonprofits partner together to make sure that we are meeting all of the needs of our community members.
Yeah. There's so many needs, and you can all work together. I'd hate to even say it would be a competition. I mean, no. So you're a woman in leadership. So, and we're going to go back to that, how hard grant writing is. I mean, what other challenges are you facing right now in your role? Or at Sherwood too. I mean, what are some of those challenges?
I think the funding is a challenge.
Yeah.
And I think we're all experiencing that. I'm part of a couple of fundraising peer groups where some fundraisers are coming together, and we're having those conversations, and we're talking with each other about it and discussing the challenges that we're facing. I think the biggest thing is I don't feel alone in this. So
You're
I've got we're in it together. Sherwood is primarily women. The majority of Sherwood employees are women, but we are starting to see an increase in some of the men that have joined the team over the last several years. And I'm also noticing that just in my circle of the individuals that I know that are in fundraising, it's primarily women. So I don't feel like I'm alone. Like I'm trying to figure out how to best explain this. Like I don't.
You don't feel like there's a challenge being a woman in leadership in your role because it primarily is women and it's common. And why is that? I mean,
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Oh yeah,
guys, how come you're not fundraising?
Right, come on, let's go. You're always accepting a male, so anyone listening, please apply. But for you too, I love this. What for you, Jessica, has been your biggest professional growth moment in Sherwood? I mean, for you, what do you think it's been?
I think this director of development role has really pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I've had these conversations with Lance that I've been a creative my entire career. I've been a graphic designer. So I put myself in this box that this is the skill that I have, and this is where I need to stay.
Yeah.
And when I went into this director position, I was going to be managing staff. I was going to be creating budgets, writing grants. And I really found as I dove into it, okay, I'm not bad at this numbers thing. I'm kind of a numbers person.
Good job. But I have to tell you, when talking about you, not like I talk about you, but I was like, Jessica's being my next guest. Someone's like, I love Jessica. Oh my gosh, she's so great at Sherwood. Oh gosh, Sherwood has been climbing for years. So obviously that's a testament to like what you've been doing in your role, because obviously you have really made such an impact yourself in getting the name out of Sherwood, meeting the community, doing community thing. I mean, honestly, everyone that I talk to knows Sherwood. And so in the community, which is probably the point, what you're trying to do, right? So obviously, so that means something's working. Yeah. So, okay, then, how can, like myself, local businesses better support nonprofits, but in a way that's impactful?
Yeah.
Like not just, here's $5. Like what is a way that, how can we do better to support nonprofits like Sherwood?
Also, another really great question. I wrote a bunch of stuff down. I'm going to refer to my notes here for a second because I
And I'm trying to be careful with my questions because this is really important to me, and I want people to understand what we're talking about and really understand the mission and really understand your take and your statements on this, because it's just such an important service that we have to be very specific. Yeah.
I think my suggestion would be first of all, there's the employment side of things. So as an employer, think about how you can diversify your workforce. Okay. So I think that's the first thing. But also, I think find out what resonates with you and reach out and find out how you can be a support. We don't ever have an expectation of how a business is going to support us. We're about partnering. And so we're going to sit down and we're going to have a conversation about it. And I'm going to let you decide what makes sense for you.
Okay.
And how we can partner together. But I really encourage business owners to find out what's out there.
So I'm going to write what you're saying right now as an employer. But Jessica, I'm in construction. I'm really scared for someone with a disability to get injured. Questions like that. What are the resources where we can learn more? Or what would you say to someone like me that would say that?
I would say, let's grab coffee.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's have a conversation.
Okay.
We don't ever go in with any kind of expectation. I'm not going to put an expectation on a business that I meet with. We're going to talk about how to partner. It's really important. That partnership and reciprocal relationship is really important to us. Okay. So as Bio Clean is one of our impact partners that you generously give monthly. Yeah. And so we want to share that out.
Sure.
We want to show our gratitude and our appreciation for you partnering with us to make impact in our community. So it's going to look different for everybody. And so I really want that partnership to be meaningful on both sides.
Sure. But I also feel like too, as an employer, there's just so much education that has to be talked about too with you or your employment staff about, like, it's not just about construction, it's other things that people can do for the company too. And so, but that's also, I just said that statement because that would be like the first thing someone would think, you know, but there's so much more to it. And
I would also think about, again, what kind of language are you using? Think about, is your location accessible? Okay. Are individuals with disabilities, are they able to navigate your space in an effective way? And ask those questions. Like, we can help answer those questions too. Okay. If you are not sure if your space is inclusive or are meeting those specific accommodation needs, let's have a conversation about it. Okay. And let's figure out how we can create a more inclusive space. And think about volunteering, think about sharing social media posts, think about the language you use with your family, with your friends, with your customers, with your staff. There's so many different ways that
business can help.
That businesses can make an impact. There's lots of nonprofits out there that are looking for various ways of support. Not just,
and it doesn't have to be monetary.
It doesn't have to be monetary.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't have to be monetary.
That. Okay. Yeah. So for corporate businesses, what role do they play in sustaining services for you? Do they?
Yeah.
They do.
I'm going to refer to my notes again.
Yeah, because I know that you have a lot of partnerships with local businesses, but how about corporate?
I would say, coming back to the fact that we are 85% funded through those state and county contracts, and again, we're raising funds for mileage, for hardship funding, for equipment, those shoes, those orthotics. that's how corporate and individual giving comes in and makes a difference. So, and we have lots of different ways that corporate giving can play a role in Sherwood's fundraising goals. We have sponsorship opportunities. We have monthly giving opportunities. We have impact partner opportunities. So there's lots of different ways. But if there's ever an impact to our funding and that 85% goes down to 50%, we're going to have to lean on our grant funding and our individual and corporate giving to sustain us. So
it's so important. Oh, gosh.
Otherwise we then we lose staff and we lose
the services, the accessibility,
services, those critical services. Then we're not able to offer the amount of services that are needed. There are individuals and families and infants and toddlers in our community who are relying on us. And without funding, we can't do that.
And there's
work.
not a lot of nonprofits like yours out there. I mean, if it's hard, so it's really important to continue on with these services. So with fundraising goals, how do you balance that but you're staying mission centered? Like, you don't want to always talk about money, right? But it's like we just talked about, it's so important to stay in this threshold. But how do you balance that?
It's remembering why we're doing this work. It's remembering why we're doing this work. It's seeing the stories. If you were at the Marysville Tulalip Chamber Gala and seeing little Maya walking on the stage, that is why we do this work. Right. And so our team really feels a part of that. So for us, it's not just fundraising. But we do this work because of the mission. We do this work because we know that there are kids and adults out there that are relying on us. Right. So
it's just important to keep that mindset for sure. Because you can get caught up in the monetary, we need to get more funds, in any business, in any organization. But also with that, because you just said it's a hard time for nonprofits right now. How are you handling that? Like, how are you handling your donor relationships? Because it is such a strain right now with the economy and what's going on in government.
We just can continue to share the impact.
Okay.
If we're not, obviously we're going to continue to try to raise those funds to meet those goals that we have. But if the funding isn't coming in, it's not stopping us from continuing to try to find referrals into the program. We're continuing to try to educate businesses on the importance of becoming a supported employer. We're continuing to educate the community on respectful language and breaking down those stigmas and barriers. That work never stops, regardless as to whether or not we have funding. So that work will never, and it just means that we have to meet more people. We have to grow our network. We have to find more grant opportunities. We will continue to find those opportunities, but the work doesn't stop.
So, and this is a very emotional work. Personally, what motivates you when things get heavy? And it can be heavy stress-wise at work. It can be heavy with a story, Yeah, what motivates you?
We are all supporting each other.
Yeah.
I know I am not alone.
Yeah. Your peers and
my
your
peers,
leader,
my
CEO.
coworkers, my fellow directors team, our team. We are never alone. And so it's I know that if I am struggling with something, I have a pool of people that are going to support me and work through this with me. I am so never alone.
You're so lucky to have that, to be honest. I mean, not a lot of people feel that way where their place to work, to be honest. And so it's not to say it's not stressful. We just talked about how stressful things can be, but you have that support though. And that's so motivating. And it makes you want to do better, right? With what you do.
Lance is always checking in on me. He's like, how are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Have you take a vacation? Take a day off.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
What did you do this weekend? I did nothing. Good. I'm glad.
That's great. You know, a lot of CEOs will be like, what are you doing while you're not working?
Yeah. So
go get more money.
So I think, and also seeing the impact of the work we're doing is extremely motivating.
Oh God. Yeah.
And just being a part of the organization, such a fantastic organization. And again, and we'll take lunch breaks, you know, we take a few minutes to chat with each other and connect and it never feels
like it's an 8 to 5.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait till 5 o'clock comes around.
And there's flexibility. There's a lot of flexibility. We've got some hybrid work availability. So if we need to work from home, we can do that.
It's a happy place.
It's
Jessica.
a happy place. The work is hard.
Yeah,
the work is hard.
Yeah. But you have to have that kind of balance to do this work.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. People think, oh, nonprofit. Okay. But no, I mean, I feel like a nonprofit organization or a service that you guys provide is so hard because you have to get the funding. You have to deal with people that are struggling. You have all the things. So it's just so important to have that support system and feel that. Because if you don't, then this wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Sure would be gone.
And we're celebrating the wins.
Yes.
Honestly, we celebrate the wins together. We're celebrating those first jobs. We're celebrating those first steps, those first words.
Yeah. And you talk about so many kids, 1,300 or people, or do you guys get to hear the stories being behind the scenes too? Like you guys are sharing those together, the employment, the therapists, they all share it with everyone? Is that
we have a marketing specialist, Will, on our team who he goes out and gets the stories, meets with the families and meets with the individuals. Obviously, we're getting
I can't do that.
We're
I would be in tears every day.
We're getting their permission. We're getting releases to share their stories. Yeah. We're ensuring that, because the work we do is HIPAA protected.
Yes, absolutely.
So we're making sure that we're first and foremost we're protecting the families that we're working with, and so we don't share anything without permission.
Sure.
And a lot of families are like, no, I want to share the impact of these services, and I think it's really important in our roles as fundraisers and the marketing team to continue to get the community support. We need to share the impact of the services that and share those stories and successes and the challenges too.
You have to. It's feel good for everybody. I mean, the public needs to see this because it's such great work. They have to see the good in it, like you said, sharing those wins, sharing the good of it. Yes, absolutely.
And Lance has shared several times that there are often times that we are the first ones that are telling parents or caregivers that their adult son or daughter can work.
My gosh. Yeah. How amazing is that?
Yeah.
And for a parent to hear that, who's just been worried about their child for so long, and then finally they can work, or they're taking their, that's just amazing.
I had a mom I was chatting with on the phone one time. I was sharing a story when I was in the marketing position, and I was talking to her on the phone, and she said her son has his dream job. He's always loved cars. And they weren't sure if he was ever going to be able to work. And now he has his dream job at a car dealership, and he's been there for like 3 years now. 3 or 4 years now. Yeah. She says it's his dream job.
Yeah.
So we are
to hear that,
we are making dreams come true.
You are internally out there with the people. Everyone's dreams are coming true. Okay, I'm gonna apply at Sherwood. No. Okay, I have a few questions. I know we're I have so many. I always have so many questions. Okay. I wanted to hear about this with you because you talked about what you wanted to do when you were in high school. I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to, because you always, back then you want to do something different than when you grow up. It's like not really what you thought. But if you could go back and give your younger self some advice, what would that be? Knowing like where you're at now.
Don't set boundaries.
Okay.
Don't set boundaries.
That's interesting you say that because I always say set boundaries. Why do you say that?
Well, boundaries are good. Boundaries are good. I had somebody teach me one time, no is a complete sentence. And I'm like, that's so hard. Saying no is hard. But I was never a risk taker. I always did what was safe, what was comfortable. And I put myself in a box. And that's what I mean by don't put boundaries on yourself, because I never in my wildest dreams ever imagined that I would be where I am today. And I still like to say that I have imposter syndrome. Like I question myself.
We all do. Me too. Yeah.
I question myself all the time. But I never imagined that I would be in the position that I'm in today. And so I think that's what I think of. Like, don't set an expectation on yourself. Be willing to take a risk, to take a chance on something that you aren't completely familiar with, but you know you have the capabilities to do.
You did that going for this director position.
I did.
Growing it insanely. But that is so true. And when you say don't set boundaries, just take that risk, that one thing that I think in your gut too, if you feel like it's something you really want, go for it.
And I knew that I had support. Even when I stumbled, I was going to have the support of the people around me they were going to help me along the way and coach me because they wanted me to be successful. And they saw the potential in me. So I knew that I had people who believed in me. I just needed to believe in myself.
Yes. And when you say imposter syndrome, that's so common. I love that you mentioned that. Because we all deal with that. It's like, am I really...
It's brutal.
It's so brutal. Like, is this really me? I think this is not me. It's somebody else. And so really looking past that and just going for it, but the tools are to have some people that support you. Look for those people. Look for that tribe for sure. But now when you talk about that too, for confidence now versus earlier in your career, is there a comparison there or no? It's just now you're totally different.
I was just talking to Lance about this the other day too. I've really grown in my confidence and my abilities.
You've said that several times, which is amazing.
I used to be terrified of public speaking, and now I can go up in front of a room of 400 people.
Yes, do it well.
But part of that comes with being passionate about the mission and feeling confident and comfortable in what I know about what we do. And then I used to be terrified of having difficult conversations. And now I'm not so afraid to have difficult conversations because that is part of leadership. That is part of human life.
Sometimes a lot of us hide from that though. I'd rather hide under a rock than have that conversation with you.
So I'm gaining confidence in my abilities to do this job. I feel really supported. That's part of it too. I think support it helps build confidence. So I'm definitely I feel like
way more confident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely at a different
as we
level.
grow, we always get a little bit more confident, but you compared to your younger self, obviously is like, I can knock this out of the park. This is no biggie.
And I don't claim to know everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is always room for growth, and I am constantly trying to find ways to grow in both a personal and professional level.
Yeah.
So,
My gosh. And that's not imposter syndrome, you knowing what you're like, you're not pretending. I think I know this. You actually do, and you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
So I know we have only a few minutes left. Okay. I do have a couple more questions. Yeah. But okay. And I want to go over to what Sherwood's doing too.
Yeah.
But what does community mean to you personally?
I think community is everything. It really is.
It is.
It just ensures, again, that we're not alone. And we need each other to be supportive and successful. And our role is to support community. Like, we wouldn't be where we are today without community who needs us.
Right.
And so community is who we're serving. And it's also where we get our support from. Yeah. So community is everything.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
us.
you Sherwood definitely about community. That's how I think of you guys too, which is so important. So then now the last question, which is so important. What legacy do you hope your work leaves? Not just professionally, but in the lives of the families that you serve too.
Can I read this?
Yes, please.
I'm going to read it.
I want to hear it. I do. Please.
So I hope more people learn to be kinder and more patient. There is so much comparison, and there is a perception that just because someone may be different, they are less than. I really try in my small circle of influence to shift the narrative around people with disabilities. I hope that I can live as an example of what inclusion looks like and how that really creates community. I think in that way, I'm being a really good advocate for the people we serve. I'm playing my part in breaking down the stigmas and barriers that so many individuals with disabilities continue to face. So ask yourself, what role are you playing?
That is so lovely. Oh my gosh. I love that.
I typed that at like 10:45 last night.
I'm glad you read it.
Yeah.
Oh, now we can keep playing that over and over again.
Yeah. So
that's so amazing.
What can I do? And I really think about like, what can I do in my small circle of influence to have that then have a ripple effect?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me lead by example of what it looks like to be inclusive, what it looks like to be kind, what it looks like to be patient. I think we all have the capability of being kinder.
Oh, we do. We do. And I thank you for saying that. We have to be kinder. Yeah. So let's talk about fun things. I want you to say the events that are coming up for Sherwood so we all can try to be a part of it. Yeah.
Visit our website, www.sherwoodcs.org. Our events page. We have several events coming up. Okay. All this month in February in Oak Harbor, Ace Hardware is doing a change roundup.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
The entire month of March, Dietrich Espresso is doing a change roundup. So visit any Dietrich Espresso location. They're going to have specialty drinks, and you can tip or round up your change to support Sherwood. March 14th, we are hosting a Rise and Support brunch. It's free to attend, but it is a fundraising brunch, so there will be an ask. But People's Bank is one of our sponsors, and then we're partnering with American Cremation and Casket Alliance out of Stanwood, Camino. They are going to be a speaker.
Nice.
Terry has, I believe her grandson went through services through Sherwood, so she's going to share her story.
Oh, great. Where's this going to be at?
It will be held at the Lake Stevens Community Food Bank building.
Okay.
And then in April, we are doing Wander Cookies is doing a fundraiser, Change Roundup for us, I believe. And then May 9th is our annual gala at Tulalip Resort Casino. So I know we have some other events that I'm forgetting about, so I apologize.
But go on the website. And it'll have the list. And then we'll also post the website, but also I'd love to have a link. We're going to do a link where we can also help donate if we can.
Yeah.
A little goes a long way.
It really does.
Whatever we can do for our community.
Yeah.
And also, how can they contact you? Is it on the website too? Or if you want to?
Yeah, I'm happy to share. I would love to sit down, grab coffee, share a little bit more about what partnership looks like, or just share more about the Sherwood mission, answer any questions that I haven't answered today. So my email is jshaw at sherwoodcs.org. I don't know if my IT person would like me sharing that information.
I mean,
bunch of spam email coming in.
I don't know if there's spam. Maybe
just reach out.
Yeah, go on the website. Yeah, you have social media. Sherwood does social media.
Yeah. Shoot me an email. We can probably link my contact information.
Yeah. Okay.
So just reach out. We've got a team of folks who are willing to jump in and grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Was there any last words you wanted to say before we go, or?
I just want to thank you for this opportunity and just say thank you for believing in abilities.
Yes. Yeah, always. And I want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
I think this was I love this segment because disabilities is really a big, we work with people with disabilities, and I just think people need to be more educated and need to really hear what you're talking about. And I think you've said so many impactful things that I hope someone listening walks away with something.
Yes.
And if not helping Sherwood, but at least walking away with something.
Yeah.
So,
if anything, the smallest thing that anybody listening can do is to just be kind. Just be kind and open up the doors of possibility for our community members.
Yeah. I'm going to end with that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you.